how to retrain the brain. That's what we have been doing it. You have been attending the weekly session. So there I apply the principles of Eastern wisdom. You can only retrain the brain from the mind. The mind has a thought. Mind prompts us for action. But if the mind follows the 5E principle of the Eastern wisdom, you can retrain the brain. You can bring the neuroplasticity. You can bring about neurogenesis. And so the beauty of the Eastern wisdom, we have thousands of practices. So first 3 steps is to help the mind to discover the ability or the capacity so that you start working on the mind instead the mind is working on you. And it happens in 3 stages. You engage the mind, you educate the mind, and empower the mind. So we engage the mind in withdrawing, how to withdraw the mind inside that is scattered outside. That is why we complain of wandering, distraction, anxiety, hesitation, etc. So we are not fighting with that anxiety or lack of focus or concentration. We are simply withdrawing the mind inside. By the principle of engagement. Second is the moment the mind is engaged, we start educating the mind. This is the way you mind go into anxiety, and this is the way to leave that anxiety or stress, for example. So once they're engaging the mind and educating the mind in few sessions are done, you start experiencing relaxation, calm, inner peace, disturbed sleep goes away. Anxiety, reaction, anger, strain. Now, what happened? In these 2 steps, you start experiencing as if the peace is manifesting from inside. So the 3rd step becomes empowering the mind in day-to-day life. So once these 3 steps are done, you become a qualified seeker to treat the path of a self-discovery. And the moment you start the journey of the self-discovery, you start retraining the brain. You change the brain pathways. And that 4th step is known as evolving the mind. What is the evolution? You live into a different dimension of the consciousness where the duality and a conflict and opposing tendencies, they are left out. You live into that higher consciousness. That is what we say mindfulness or meditation is. So as you continue the journey, the 5th step is enlightenment. Or you can say transforming the mind, which has been hijacked by the duality, conflict, delusion, wrong perception, wrong notion in life. And you start approaching to your real self. The more you live, work with your real nature, you continue to change and retrain the brain.